Nepal is just gorgeous. The landscape is definitely God, just outdoing himself. It's just beautiful masterpiece.
It was like walking through a National Geographic magazine.
But it's just gorgeous just to look at the rolling grass, and it's just very picturesque.
Nepali people are very kind, very hospitable people, really loving. A lot of the families in Nepal are very poor. It's difficult for them to get income in the rural areas, and oftentimes they will sell their children to the sex trade to obtain money for the rest of their family.
We decided that we wanted to go into the villages in Nepal and see how we could begin to work there to prevent families from allowing their daughters to be taken back into India.
So the clinic is a means of an attraction where people come, they have a medical need, but it's also an avenue of an outreach to share the gospel of Christ with the people that are waiting.
Even though there's a language barrier, we can look into their eyes and we can hold their hand and we can see them experience a tender touch.
The church in Nepal is a thriving church, and it's one that's based on prayer and based on believing God to be able to do the impossible.
Christianity is only 50 years old in Nepal, and it began with 18 Christians. The Christians that I met in Nepal are some of the most fervent, vibrant Christians I've ever met.
They make you feel like you are one of them. There's no such thing as coming from America or they're being Nepalese. There's a bonding between us and them.
It was awesome to see how well we work together. We pray for unity, and when God actually does it, it's such a beautiful thing.
We had a lot of adventure on the trip, just even getting to the different places we were going. Riding in the van was not a normal ride because of the terrain, riding the elephants, and just even getting onto the elephants and getting used to riding an elephant, and this is something that people do, and then seeing monkeys hanging from the trees and listening to teammates squeal. It's definitely fun.
There was a place where we had to walk across a river. They had suspended a bridge from point A to point B.
And then we had to do this trek up this hill or this mountain that, seemed to take forever. But it was awesome. At the end of it, we were like, wow, we did that, and we did it together too, no man left behind, on that trail.
But we had fun. It's always fun where the Lord calls you.
In Nepal, I learned how much I take things for granted. I came back with a gratitude